Hey everyone, it's Partner Saturday. Hopefully you guys can grab yourself a teammate for this one. We'll go over the options for that. If you don't have someone to perform it with, we'll also talk about what you can do if it's a solo mission. Hopefully you guys can come down at 9 a.m. Come down. Come on. Zoom at 9 a.m. And hop on with us. It's a lot of fun. If you don't have a partner, you can still show up, and we should be able to find someone with that you can partner with. If not, you can just run through it solo, but of course with the accompaniment of your fellow CrossFit Garden Cityers. So the way this is going to work, you're in teams of two. The first set here, there's A, B, and C. A is a relay race, basically. So partner one is going to run 200 meters while partner two rests. As soon as partner one gets back, they're going to tag in their partner. And then partner two is going to head out for their 200-meter run. You guys are going to do 4 alternating sets each. So it'll be 8 sets total between the two of you. If you're doing this solo, you would run for 200 meters and rest the same amount of time it took to complete. If you don't have the ability to track out your distance, run 30 seconds out, run 30 seconds back. So basically run for a minute, rest for a minute, and that should be pretty darn close to 200 meters. Close enough anyway. And those of you joining us at 9, we'll use that same standard. If you don't have a measured out 200-meter distance around your house, hopefully you have a stopwatch or something you can carry with you, a phone, run out 30 seconds, run back, and that'll be your 200 meters. Once you guys finish up 4 sets each, you're going to move on to part B, which is the worst name ever for an exercise, but I couldn't think of a better name for the exercise. You're going to do 10 up, down, snatch, push presses. I'll show what that is. It's basically a devil's press with no push-up at the bottom, but adding a push press at the top. So take the press away from the bottom of the movement and just add it back to the top. Figure you guys did enough burpees today. You probably don't want to do more of those. So partner one will do 10 of those while partner two rests. And just like part two there, you're going to do 4 sets alternating each. So you'll do a total of 40 reps each person. And then part C, you're going to do the relay race again. So you're going to run 200 meters, 4 sets alternating each, and that'll wrap things up. At the end, we'll do a little plank finisher. I'll take you guys through that, what that means with your partners. We'll warm it up, of course. We'll practice, especially in our Zoom class, we'll practice just coordinating efforts between partners to tag one another in. Make sure you have your team name or your code word, whatever you want to call it, handy so that you guys can utilize that to coordinate tagging one another in. The equipment, the preferred piece of equipment for the up, down, snatch, push press is a pair of dumbbells, depending upon how much they weigh. If you have relatively heavy dumbbells, you might want to just use one. If you only have one dumbbell, of course, that's an option. If you only have a kettlebell, we'll go over what that could look like. You can either use both hands for the movement if it's heavy enough, or you could alternate arms and just do one arm at a time. And then if you only have a plate or a backpack, that option will be pretty self-explanatory once we show the other two, but I'll demonstrate that real quick at the end. All right, let's do it. Quick demonstration. Try to get as much of myself in the picture as I can here. So with the dumbbells, it starts with an up-down. So it's basically a burpee with no push-up at the bottom. So put your hands on top of the dumbbells, snap your feet back to the top of a push-up, snap your feet back in, basically right in front of the dumbbells, sweep the dumbbells between the legs with a flat back, and then snatch them overhead. Once they're here at lockout, you're then going to perform a push press. So lower them down to the shoulders, push press them back overhead, then lower back down to the start position and repeat. So I'll do one. That would be 1 rep. Okay, you're going to do 10 of those. If you only have one dumbbell, it would basically look identical. Just perform the no push-up burpee portion, the up-down portion with one hand on the dumbbell, one hand on the floor. Snap the feet back, sweep the dumbbell between the feet or between the hips, snap it overhead, and then perform the push press. Lower down, the next rep, repeat on the opposite arm. Snatch and push press. And it'll be 5 each arm, obviously. If you're going to be using a kettlebell, you have 2 options. If it's heavy enough such that you can't really manage the snatch and the push press with one arm, you'll perform the up-down with the kettlebell right in front of you. Snap your feet back in, grab hold of the kettlebell, snatch it up overhead, lower it back down, and then push press it back overhead. And you see how I'm grabbing it kind of by the bell, hooking my thumbs around the handle there at the base. If you have the ability to do it with one arm, same idea as with the dumbbell, up, down, perform the snatch, up overhead, lower down, and perform the push press. Of course, alternate every rep. These are exhausting. And then the plate or backpack, I'll just demonstrate it with an ab mat. Just perform the up, down, snatch it up overhead, lower down, and push press it back overhead. Pretty straightforward. Guys, reach out with any questions. Hopefully we'll see you guys at 9 a.m. sharp for our Zoom class, our partner workout. Again, if you don't have a partner, no sweat. We will hook you up with somebody. Again, if you're doing this workout by yourself, I went over that for the run. Rest the same amount of time it took you to perform the 200-meter run. Same idea with the, let's just call it a devil's press. The variation of the devil's press rather than the up-down snatch push press, which is the stupidest name ever. So if it takes you about a minute to perform a set of 10, rest a minute and repeat. And that'll be it. Reach out with any questions, guys. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. And good night. Thanks.